welcome back. We are here with Diablo 4. We're about to dive in with this rogue. And I need to swap over. Here we go. And what I do want to say before we do get prefaced on everything that's going on, because I know I get scatterbrained with my ADHD as soon as I start seeing all the nice flashy colors and skills and all the other fun stuff. So before I was definitely saying that I was going to wait on these available points, but like I said in the sorcerer video, and like I said in the necromancer video, like I'm saying in this video, and tomorrow I'll be saying the same thing with the barbarian video, is that I'd love to hold on to these points, but because I got to it late, you guys shouldn't get punished for it. So I'm going to go ahead and use them and let you know where I would go down that tree, just to get you a little bit closer to that, will it work build. So you got your Heart Seeker, you've got the Twisting Blades with return, when your Twisting Blades return, active cooldowns reduced by 0.10. Dazed seems nice, but the cooldowns are better because it's 0.10 seconds per enemy they pass through, and it goes up to a maximum of 2 seconds. So knowing that this right here doesn't have a cooldown, and knowing this doesn't have a cooldown, that's when you start looking at your stuff down here. Shadow Step, Caltrops, Dash. Realistically, Caltrops seems like the best option. Let's see. 3% increased 3% multiplicative increased each second they're in. Deal cold damage and chills, or 5% critical strike chance against enemies inside your Caltrops. Double this amount against vulnerable enemies. Well, does this make anyone vulnerable? No. That's dazed. No. Use this. Double if the enemy is vulnerable. Double if the enemy is vulnerable. No. Don't have anything that makes it vulnerable. Well, Shadow Step would be nice. The movement speed is cool and it is imbuable, but the Caltrops seem to be a better option, only because if you Caltrop and Poison Trap at the same time, oof. I mean, Shadow Step would be nice. Crit chance, ugh. Stunned. Yeah, no, Shadow Step. It's a lot of bark with not a whole lot of bite. Like the damage is nice, yes, but all the stuff that comes with it doesn't seem viable at all. So we're gonna go with Caltrops, and we're not gonna go with Vulnerable because we don't have anything that makes Vulnerable. And we're gonna run with Methodical Caltrops for the chill, because that chill, if it's 25% per second, that means they only need to be in it for 4 seconds, and then they get frozen. And it lasts for 6 seconds, so that means it's a guarantee that if they're stuck in that, they're frozen. Not immediately, but they will be frozen. And frozen enemies are nice enemies. The reason why? Because a frozen enemy can't attack, it can't move, and it sure as hell can't do anything else. It is stuck right where you put it. No skills, no attacks, no defense, no crowd control, no CC break, nothing. It's frozen. We need 2 more points to get there. Alright. Knocking back or knocking down. 6% damage reduction against damage over time effects. Weapon mastery. Let's see, what am I running? A sword, a dagger, and a bow. Okay. So I got dagger, sword, and bow, no crossbow. So that means when I use daggers and swords, I get increased damage around the board and increased damage to healthy enemies. And when I'm using my bow, I'm getting increased damage to vulnerable enemies. But what I really want is the swords. And the reason I say that is because of that 3% multiplicative increased damage. So it looks like daggers, while yes are nice, they only work for 1/5 of the character of the enemy's health. Versus swords, it doesn't matter whether you're healthy, whether you're injured, whether you're halfway there, because you have healthy, which is 80% or more, and then you have injured, which is 35% or less. You have this gray area in the middle where you don't get any bonus for damage. So that's where the base damage comes, the base increased damage multiplicative comes in with the two swords. So you run two swords, and ta-da! But now the twisting blades require a dagger. Nope, it does not, and it's imbuable. So weapon mastery. We're going to put 1 point there, 2 points there. That unlocks this. And that's where we go with the poison trap. You want the knockdown. 10% increased poison damage to enemies standing inside the trap. Or 30% chance to reset your imbuement. Reset the imbuement. And here comes the imbuments. From everything I've seen, Shadow's decent, Poison's the best, and Cold is just why. But I need 2 more points in order to get that there. So let's look at these. Cooldown increases dodge chance. Okay, let's put 1 more point into the mastery. And then let's ask ourselves, is there anything else we can use before we go out and about? No? Awesome. That's the armor that sucks. So you lose the attack per second by 0.1. But I do actually need that to go where the dagger is. So, dagger. So, now I've got sword, sword. Alright, so where am I going? Ah, I never went up to the church. There we go. Alright, so, the rogue is fairly simple when it comes to everything that he does. Everything's pretty straightforward. You're going to look for shatter, you're going to look for poison. Chill is okay, but you never want to base everything off of that chill. And for the most part, he's pretty spot on with everything he does. He's also the highest meta character right now. Or he, she, the rogue. The rogue is the highest meta right now. It is not only the highest damage output by endgame, but it's also, well, I don't know if with the changes coming if he'll still do it, but he's pretty much a 2 and 3 tap and you're done. And on the flip side, the Necromancer is right there next to the Rogue, provided you know how to build it. So eventually I will be showing you guys my build on my seasonal character and the Malignant Hearts that I use. I may do that and cover it just a little bit and show you guys how it plays. But as for right now, we're just gonna focus on getting these videos recorded. I may go and record that that build that I have going on and how I'm gonna change it. But as for right now, again, we're gonna stick with these, get them out of the way, and yep, thank you. And we are going to Yelesna. We're going to try and get him to level 8 just like we did the Necro and the Druid for their episodes 3. Sorcerer kind of fell behind because I got way too carried away with all the stuff involved in it. I will admit, I did get way involved in it. Right, so I gotta learn. I think I figured it out. Poison trap hits the knockdown. It seems the best way to do it right now. Let's see if I can't fix this because it is really bothering me. Give me 1 second, guys. We will be right back. I fixed it. Figured out what was causing it. Had my allow transparency on. Olium Tundra. The Zelani Lowlands. One tap and it just killed them all in a row. Got it. Okay, I think I'm figuring it out. I gotta test these fucking caltrops out. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. I want to see that in action with some big boys. I don't know where you thought that was going, bro. Whatever shall I do? Can you get out of my face, please? Thank you. Let me run back up here. Set close damage reduction. Crit strikes grant movement speed. Go with twisted blades. Let's get that under our belt. Let's get twisted blades. Another point because it eventually will be up there. It is a crucial part of the build. So okay, so that is a deadly combination. Does that chill work on bosses too? Where are my caltrops? Oh yeah, they also take the increased damage for each secondary and caltrops. So the caltrops themselves are actually, oof. Wow. Go on. Oof. Yeah, I think I figured it out. Hell yeah, I think I figured it out. Damn. This fuck. Yeah, he's definitely top tier when it comes to the to the output. I mean, that is granted it's two skills rather than one compared to the Necro. When it comes to those elites though, oh, that's gonna be tough. All right, so now that we've got that, that's the bare minimum of what I wanted to accomplish. We did go over barrage and rapid fire and flurry and penetrating shot. No, I tested all of them because why I stayed with twisting blades. Now I didn't test shadow step or dash, but dash literally is just a dash that deals damage. I mean, you just boop. Which looks like it wants you to use crit damage in order to enhance what it actually can do. And if they're crowd controlled, then it reduces its cooldown. And that's a slow. Any enemy already slowed will just be dazed for 2 seconds instead. So, dash doesn't seem viable pretty much in any build except a crit chance build. If you are a hard crit chance, I can definitely 100% see why you would go with dash. Because it says right here, enemies damaged by dash take 15% multiplicative increased damage, increased critical strike damage from you for 5 seconds. In addition to that, you would definitely want methodical dash instead of disciplined dash. Only for the simple fact that methodical dash, dealing damage to crowd controlled enemies with dash, reduces its charge cooldown by 0.5 seconds up to 4 seconds per cast. So, what you're just not seeing is the poison trap is a crowd control. The caltrops is a crowd control. And caltrops have a 25% lucky hit chance, and the poison trap has a 20% lucky hit chance, and the dash has a 25% lucky hit chance, right? So all you got to do is poison trap. As they run up, they get knocked down, then you caltrop, and then you dash right through them, and you're done. That's it. That's all you need. Those three abilities. That is how my brain is perceiving it right now, with the damages and the multiplicative increases and 3% multiplicative increased damage for each second they're in caltrops. Then you come down here to the poison trap, knocks them down. And then it has a 30% chance to reset the imbuement skill. Well, the imbuement skill is going to be poison, and it says right here, imbue your weapons with lethal poison. Your next two imbuable skills deal poison damage and apply 100% of their base damage as additional poisoning damage over 5 seconds. And then right here, poison imbuement, poisoning duration increased by 1 second. Critical strikes, again with a critical build. And then right here, lucky hit. Poison imbued skills have a 30% chance to apply double the amount of poisoning damage over time. So that means you're going to want to run mixed poison imbuement instead of the uh, blended, only because it's off of critical strikes. If you're running a crit chance build, blended would be better. If you're not running a crit chance build, I would definitely go with mixed, only because of the lucky hit and everything that's associated with it, because the poison imbuement itself has a 33% chance, which should stack with your imbuable skills, which I was like, it's rare, it's around here somewhere. Twisting Blades is imbuable, And it says the next 2 imbuable skills. So let's see, is this not imbuable? So that means the next 2 twisting blades that you use will be poison as well, with a lucky hit chance of 33%, increasing your lucky hit chance again. Lucky hit chance of 50%, lucky hit for 33, lucky hit for 25, lucky hit for 25, lucky hit for 20, and you come down here to the poison, lucky hit for 33. Now, with that being said, that's 1 skill, 2 skill, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which means that you don't use an ultimate. Now you can totally skip the dash if you want to and run Shadow Clone instead. But when we get down here to these, because I don't know how they are just yet, I don't know anything about them or what's going to be good. But if I had to take a guess, lucky hit, lucky hit. These 2 run off of lucky hits, so if I had to guess, one of these would probably be the better ones to go with. Yeah, it's going to be exposure. Because the trap is actually how you do a lot of your output. Like a lot of your output. Because the trap is going to be the poison trap right here. Trap. And caltrop, also trap. Okay, so you got 2 traps. And this right here, dealing direct damage to an enemy affected by a trap skill, has up to a 25% chance to reduce the active cooldowns of your trap skills by 20%, but also drop a cluster of exploding stun grenades that deal 40% of your physical damage and stun enemies for half a second. That right there, in and of itself, means that you could potentially break the rogue even more so than you already do. You don't want speed bonus. That's crit chance. Yeah, that's crit chance. And that's off of them being vulnerable. Yeah, you're going to want exposure. Exposure with Shadow Clone, Poison Imbuement, Poison Trap, Caltrops, Twisting Blades, and Heartseeker. And the reason I say Heartseeker is because it does sling around and go towards them. And it increases your crit chance against them for 4 seconds up to 15%. So you're increasing your crit chance, yes, but it says against them, which means they're gaining stacks. And it goes away after 4 seconds or when they're dead. Yep, right there. Ricochets to an additional enemy, dealing 75% of the original damage. Which is amazing because when you have those groups of enemies, that's when it really gets down to that nitty gritty and you start questioning if you actually can do large groups of enemies solo. And you can, provided you have the right build. See, and then you have all these other, side trees that I haven't even explored yet to try and figure out if any of them are actually worth using. Except that one, which I found, yes, is definitely worth it. A 9% multiplicative increased damage for twisting blades, off of weapon mastery. And honestly, I really want to swap to a crossbow instead of a regular bow, only because of the critical strike damage. Knowing that Heartseeker up here is increasing the crit chance, and that's the only bow skill that I have. That's a blade skill, that's a trap, that's a trap, that's an imbuement for the swords, and then you have Shadow Clone that mimics everything that I do for 15 seconds and deals basically half my damage, off of the idea that I may get some lucky hits. The 2 traps and the twisting blades, They all run hand in hand together with. Oh, this is. I'm getting deep now. I still have money on the druid. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. I still have money on that druid. But this is getting thick. It's getting thick. Super thick. So without doing... I did do twisting blades, I think. Let's try like this. So without really doing anything, the poison trap by itself does everything it needs to. That Heartseeker just hit him and bounced through the air and went back to him. Yeah. Got me an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Heartseekers to kill 5 enemies. 5 ghouls, I should say. Yeah, okay. So everything's pretty much performing the way that it should be. Oh yeah. It's working how it should. Ta-da! Alright, made it a Vigo. Alright, let's get in here. Like I said, I'm trying to hit level 8 before I end the episode. So... Yeah, fuck you, Vigo. I never knew that was there. It may not be there. Or it may not have been there, they may be new. Cause I've never seen that before. If I knew that, I'd have just started climbing through that son bitch all the time. Just open the damn door. I'm right there at level 8. Come on now. Oof. There you go. So we hit level 8. We do that. Dock and Lewis there. Bada bing, bada boom, in the story. Bingo. Hey, big guy. Bingo. Here we go. It's gonna be a little bit of a longer episode. Go ahead. The collapsing depths. Oh. Abilities, right? When we get down here, to our imbuements. Poison imbuement, look at that. So now let's test this theory. Do that. Damn. Not a fucking chance. Oh yeah, crossbow. Definitely crossbow. Anyways, yeah, that's gotta change. Skill assignment. No, imbuement needs to stay there. Caltrops need to be R1. Triangle needs to be a poison trap. Yeah, it just works so much better like that. Anyways, you would have put a dash in there, it would have been fucking over. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Na, 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 na. We are killing it. All right. And this is where we are going to take a small little breakamundo, so that way there is something interesting to make you come back. So we're going to do a little bit of recall, and I appreciate you guys for coming. We are way past due for the end, but hey, we got a lot of information out. I'm proud of it. I like it. Boop. So, thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you like, share with your friends, share with your family, subscribe if you like what you saw, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, excuse me for the stretch. And we will see you next time with the Barbarian. So, as always, I love your faces, and goodbye!